Welcome, and thank you everyone for joining us for this concise and informative discussion by Dr. Michael Wald. Dr. Wald, you have many degrees and certifications in the areas of nutrition and health, including 2 board certifications in nutrition. You are a doctor of chiropractic with a master's in nutrition, and you are a certified nutritional specialist. You have published successful books on natural health, and right now we will be discussing low thyroid. Okay, so Mary has been suffering from a level of fatigue that is interfering with her being a mom. She says, I want to do things with my kids like go shopping and walking, but I just can't. My doctors have tried to help me, but my lab work was normal. Is there anything I can do naturally about my fatigue?
Okay. So Mary, I'm sorry to hear that you're going through this. As you probably know, low thyroid is a super common condition in endocrinology. Those are the hormone doctors. And typically what happens is the thyroid produces not enough thyroid hormone, and a person can experience any range of symptoms from chronic fatigue, which could lead itself to brain fog and also inability to just do the normal tasks of daily living, for example, like playing with your children. So, you know, this is something that impacts someone's quality of life in a big way. So we want to take it seriously. And medicine has a huge role to play here most of the time, but it's not enough. So in Mary's case, she said specifically that her labs were normal. So that means that her doctor prescribed thyroid hormone, and the blood testing shows normal thyroid test results. So what happens, the patient will say to their doctor usually, why do I still feel fatigued? How come I have brain fog? Why am I a little depressed? Why am I constipated? Why do I have a dry skin, brittle nails, and hair cracking and losing hair? These are all hypothyroid symptoms, by the way, all of them. Even bumps on the back of the arm, for example, feeling cold. So the list goes on and on. You can have all of those symptoms, but still have normal thyroid hormones on the blood test result, which clearly means that normal testing may not represent the truth of what's going on here with the patient. First of all, the hormones given by traditional docs, either the internist or an endocrinologist for low thyroid, they're not your natural hormones. So they're not going to be dealt with quite like your regular hormones. So a person might have lingering hypothyroid symptoms, but the blood test is normal.
Got it.
And one last thing, Sonny, too, is that by the time a person's aware of a low thyroid test, they've probably had issues with their thyroid going on for quite a long period of time. But the blood tests for thyroid hormones only pick up once you've lost about 30% of your function. So what that means is, let's say this is your normal level of thyroid hormone, and you have the abnormality, coming, but until 31% is lost, you don't even know, you didn't even know you had anything. Yeah. So even if the thyroid hormones were correct and they were 100% the right thing to do, there's a lot of other compensatory changes that have occurred in the body from low thyroid over the course of years. Right. So you just throw the thyroid hormone at it and you don't pay attention to all of the results of the hypothyroid. So a person will have fatigue and other symptoms. So what I do as a blood detective is, first of all, I'll look at the labs and add nutritional tests, obviously, for the labs, and tests that help to build up the whole body. So that could be different from one person with hypothyroid, to another. So we do the testing, and then we do something special, which is the blood detective approach. I compare people's results, Sonny, to ranges on a blood test of healthy people, not merely average. So as we're going to discuss in the blood video, basically when you get a blood test and you have your cholesterol and your chloride and your triglycerides and all the basic tests that you're familiar with, the ranges of normal there are based on average individuals, usually from persons who've donated blood that are seemingly well, that are not anemic and may not have a couple of diseases. So anyone could donate this blood, and it goes into a national average. And we all know that people aren't particularly healthy, so that average range is not super healthy. The blood detective approach has tighter ranges, so why should I wait until an organ loses 30% when I can say I'll pick it up at 20%?
Exactly.
And a whole different story is produced based on how you read the blood. Just like someone who looks at a piece of art, one person says, I love that piece of art, and another person says, that art's terrible. So different people bring different knowledge to testing. So why don't your doctors know about these other things? Why should they? They're not trained in nutrition. I almost can't blame them for being, questioning it, because again, as we said in other videos, there's a very limited number of hours of nutrition education in schools. So, Mary, what you want to do is you have a nutritional interpretation of your labs. We make sure that you've had the proper nutrition tests that go along with causing a low thyroid problem. Low vitamin D. Now, some of you are saying, well, okay, my vitamin D was low, but it's fixed. Yes, but is it in the optimal range? Is it anywhere from 30 to 100? Okay, good, that's the range. Is it 35? It's kind of too low. Is it even 50? Well, we know that 70 is the best. And then that's true. Optimal places for a particular normal test also applies to almost every other test. But regular doctors really don't consider that. You can be anywhere in these very wide ranges, Sonny, and you're considered normal. But if a person is not feeling well with hypothyroid or any health problem and their labs are normal, you need new labs, you need a different interpretation, and the labs are clearly wrong in the sense that they're not showing the facts of your symptoms. So that's where the blood detective investigative approach occurs.
Got it. Thank you, Dr. Wald. This was some great information.
Okay, great. Thanks.